As you saw, this year's recipients of the Laser Plumbing and Electrical Makeover was St Chad's Charitable Trust. St Chad's has been operating in Rotorua for over 30 years, providing a unique service for people aged 16 to 64 of all ethnicities who have mild to moderate intellectual disability. Many Rotorua families have benefited from the wonderful service provided by this awesome team at St Chad's. So Laser Group, as we always are extremely happy to support this wonderful group, and we hope that the work that we have done will save many thousands of dollars in maintenance and running costs over the years to come. Before I pass over to Nikki, I just have a few people that I really wanted to thank. Firstly, somebody behind the scenes, Jodie Willis from Laser Group Australia. She's the main point of contact for communication between Laser and St Chad's and the media agencies. She was the glue that brought this all together, and she did a fantastic job. So could I have a round of applause for Jodie? Then there's Pete and Dave from Laser Plumbing and Laser Electrical Taupo. Without their support and the time and effort that they put into scoping the project, on a number of occasions they've had to call in over the last few months and double check something or look at something else. And then of course, we turn up on the day and the project changes completely from what we were looking at originally. So these guys did an amazing job. So yeah, thanks to those guys. And of course on the day, Dave had Adam and Clyde supporting him in project managing the plumbing, and thanks to Brent Mitchell as well for supporting the electrical side there with Pete. So thanks guys. And then of course to our fantastic suppliers who donated all the materials for the project. I've got a bit of a list here. I'll run through them because I think it's really important that these guys get noticed for their contribution. J.O. Russell's, Myco's, Tycab, the guys that sponsored the high-vis vests that we're all wearing, kept us safe. Ream, Buteline, Apex, Caroma, Felton, Snyder Electric, Cymex, Nixon's, Philips Lighting, CDB Goldair, BDT or Mitsubishi Electric, Marley, and Mammoth Signs. So I hope I haven't missed anybody. I think I've got you all. A fantastic contribution. Probably half of that $50,000 of the what we supplied to St Chad's was probably in materials. So that's a huge contribution from those supporters. But also a big thank you to the Gardeners Landscape Supplies. I think Jodie organised those guys, and of course to the Rotary Sunrise from Rotorua, who lent a hand and guided us through the gardening and the painting work. And of course to all the Laser family who volunteered for the work on the day. Can I get just everybody who worked on the project, whether you're a supplier or a Laser member, just to stand up? I think it's really important to show who these people are. And a lot of these guys do this year in, year out. And we really appreciate the support that you guys do and how you represent Laser Plumbing and Electrical, wherever we go for our conference. So big round of applause for these guys. So that's enough from me. So here's Nikki to say a few words. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Scott. I know we all can't be as famous as Rihanna and Blue Monk. And we can't be as famous as world changers like Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and all those sorts of people. But I reckon that all we need to do to change the world, to change communities, to change families, and to change lives is to use what we have in our hands for the benefit of others. You guys did that on Wednesday, and we are so thankful. You used your skills, You used your time, you used your experience, you used your brand, you used your products, and you used your sense of humour. And you made a difference, not just for our current clients and their families, but for future clients and their families, which affects the greater Rotorua community as well. Your act of service means that St Chad's can continue to provide great outcomes for people with disabilities as we walk beside them to enable them to have great lives. Saying thank you seems insufficient, but let me say a few of the words that our clients said when they came back into St Chad's yesterday after all the amazing work that you guys did. Wow. I heard that word a lot. What a surprise. This is awesome. Fancy taps. We can see. The lights have made a huge difference. They can actually see what they're doing. Flash. Modern. They were pretty overwhelmed, as were we. And I want to share just one story with you. The laser jackets were a hit when we gave them out yesterday. One particular client, despite his significant disability, has lost over 40 kgs in the last 2 years to enable him to reach his goal of going on an aeroplane to have a holiday, something that many of us take for granted. Yesterday, he had one word for us when we gave him a jacket. With a big smile, he said, "Mine." This is amazing because this young man is highly autistic. He hardly has any words, and until yesterday, he didn't even own a warm jacket. On behalf of the clients, current and future, on behalf of their families, our board, the staff, the volunteers, everyone, thank you for using what you have in your hand for the benefit of others.